Tell me when you're ready. Cool. All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm Meredith. Welcome to Mindful Monday. I'm hoping a lot of you are going to be watching later. Today's theme that we're doing is breath for energy. So we've spoken a little bit about breath before. Breath in yoga is called your prana. And your prana, well, prana means life force, technically, in Sanskrit. And life force is breath. So pranayama, that's the whole breathwork word, means controlling your breath. So doing it in a certain way where it can either relax you or maybe bring you mental focus or even cool your body or heat your body up, energizing you, stuff like that. So being an athlete, breath work, as you know, is really important because y'all need to breathe, cardiovascular pulmonation, right? So getting your lungs and your heart to work to get your body to move at good efficiency. So yoga plays a lot into that. So today we're going to do some breath work for energy to begin with, and then we'll close with some breath work for calming. And then I had requests for hamstrings, calves, QL, and what was the other thing, Jacqueline? Sorry, QL and
lats.
Got it. Perfect. Okay, so we have a full spectrum. So have like a comfy mat that you could sit on. We're not going to be doing like a big flow, so you don't have to worry about like a really thin mat. Have like a block or a bolster that you can prop yourself up on, and then definitely have like a strap or a towel. And we will get started. So come to a comfy seat. I am 8.5 months pregnant, so I will not be doing some of the things that you might be doing when you're on your belly or what have you. So just keep that in mind. I'll cue you into it, but you won't physically see me do it. And come to a comfy seat and then pull the flesh out from underneath your sit bones, right? The bones in your bum. Pull your flesh out from underneath there so that you could sit on your sits bone. So imagine your pelvis is like a bony bowl and there's two little legs at the base of your pelvis, and I want you to root those into the ground or into whatever you're sitting on. And then roll your shoulders back 3 times. And then roll them forward. And then shrug them up towards your ears. Let them drop down. Do that 2 more times. Up towards your ears, drop it down. Last time up, last time down. Draw them back so that your spine is neutral. It's vertical, and you could feel your vertebrae stacking one on top of the other. Close your eyes, drape them closed. And just rest your hands on your knees. If it's uncomfortable to sit cross-legged, you could sit with your legs extended, or you could sit on a chair. And then think for a second, are you in the mindset where you need to receive this morning, or you need to give, right? That's decide one or the other. Are you going to be a giver or a receiver this morning? Either one is totally cool. And then connect your thumb and your index fingers together. So your thumb and your pointer finger together. And let your other 3 fingers fan out. And just rest your hands there, either palms facing up if you're in a giving mode, or palms facing down if you're in a receiving mode. Take a nice deep inhale. Let it sigh out your mouth. And then close your lips. And start to track the breath in through your nose. Track it down into your chest. Have it fill up your torso. Have it fill up your belly. And then as you exhale, draw your belly button back to your spine. Feel your ribs start to corset and your chest fall. Try 4 more breaths like that. In through the nose. Belly expands. Out through the nose, belly contracts. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Drop the chin towards the chest. Have your breath continue to flow as you circle your head around to the right. Pause for a second with your right ear over your right shoulder. Let the head circle to the back. Back around to the left. And then chin towards the front. And then reverse the circle. Make sure you're breathing the entire time. In and out through the nose, Ujjayi Pranayama, a victorious, Ujjayi means victorious, a victorious breath. Come back to neutral. Let the eyes blink open. Now you're going to take your right hand. You're going to bring your right thumb to your right nostril, and then the other, place the index and the middle finger on the bridge of your nose. And then your your ring finger and your pinky finger will eventually be on the left nostril. So this is called nadi breathing, alternative nostril breathing. So we're going to breathe in through the left nostril. You'll be releasing your ring finger and your pinky finger. And then you'll close it and you'll exhale through the right nostril. So we're going to be inhaling on the left and exhaling on the right. Remember, have that breath go all the way down into the belly, feeling the belly expand on the inhale, and then pulling the belly button back to the spine, contracting through there as you exhale. So bring the thumb, close the eyes, bridge on the nose, fingers on the bridge on the nose. Take a nice deep inhale in the left nostril. Seal it closed. Open the right, breathe out through the right. Close the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. 3 more. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Release the right hand back to the right knee. Take a nice deep inhale through both nostrils. Stick your tongue out, lion's breath out as you exhale. Left hand, thumb finds the left nostril. 2 next fingers find the bridge of the nose. Ring finger, pinky finger will be on the right nostril. Breathing in through the right nostril, inhale. Seal it closed, exhale through the left nostril. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. 3 more. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Last one. Inhale right. Exhale left. Release the left hand to the left knee. Take a nice deep inhale, both nostrils cleared. Second round, lion's breath, out through the mouth, stick your tongue out. Draw the hands to the heart center. Just take a moment, maybe set an intention for yourself, and also just feel how you feel right now, just from several minutes of pranayama. Notice any difference that you feel now between when you first started, sat down on your mat. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling, blink the eyes open, gaze up, lift the chin, really stretch through the side body. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, left hand finds the floor, right arm reaches up and over. Soften through the left elbow, root down through your right sit bone, really extend out of it, lengthen along through the lat, along the right side. And then take the right hand behind the head, bend the elbow, open up the chest, gaze up towards the ceiling. Gently press your head back into your right hand. Release that, interlace the fingers again, this time palms face down, extend up. And then right hand finds the floor, reach up and over. Root down through that left sit bone, press into the right hand, lengthen along the left side body, and then soften the right elbow. And then bend the elbow, press the head back into the hand. So feel the opening through the front part of your shoulder, the anterior delt, as well as the high part of your pec. Inhale again, lengthen. Exhale, grab onto the front of your knees, round your back. Roll off of your sit bones, so posterior pelvic tilt, chin to chest. And then release that, plant the hands behind you and open the chest, tilt the head back. Inhale. Release that, roll off of your bolster, come onto the hands and knees. Quadruped position, put your bolster or your towel, whatever it is, at the back of your mat. We're going to come back to that. Toes curled under, elbows soft but extended. As you inhale, tilt your tailbone up towards the sky, look up, lift your chin. And then as you exhale, round your back, pull your shoulders away from the midline of your body. 3 more like that. Inhaling, extend the spine. Exhaling, round your back. Inhale. Exhale. If you can muster the breath in and out through your nose, great. If not, breathe in and out through your mouth. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Place just the toes on that bolster so there's a gap between the top of your feet and the floor or the mat. And then sit your sit bones back to the heels so you're extending through the top of your feet. And then shift forward and tap your hips forward. Keep your belly button pulled into your spine. Sit back, tap into the heels. Get a nice stretch through the top of the ankle. And then forward, relax the hips. The knees are slightly wider than the hips, especially, well, you guys can probably stay in all fours, but I gotta have the knees wider than the hips. 2 more. Last one. Now keep the knees wider than the hips and sit your body weight back to the heels and then add some pressure. So you're pressing in with the hands into the floor and you're really adding pressure of your sit bones back to your heels, stretch the top of your feet. If you need less than that, move more of your foot up onto the bolster, okay? If you need more, then just have less foot on the bolster, more leverage in your legs, and breathe there for 3. You can shift side to side, focus on one foot more than the other. Breathe for 2. And 1. Come back to a neutral spine again, feet off of the bolster. Toes can be curled up or curled down. Keep the knees wider than the hips. Reach your right arm up on your inhale. Look up at it. Open up the chest. And then thread the right arm under. Come to a twist. Roll onto your right shoulder and your right ear. So you're looking to the left. Have your palm be facing up and press your forearm into the floor. And then reach your left arm forward and drape your hips back. So you're gonna get a little bit of a resistance stretch on that left lat. So you're really reaching forward and then you're shifting your body weight back. Kind of plant your hand onto the floor or the mat and then shift your body weight back. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Release that. Switch sides, reach your left arm up as you inhale, look up at it, open up the chest, and then thread the left arm under, palm facing up towards the ceiling. Press the top part of your forearm into the floor. Roll the body weight onto that left shoulder, reach your right arm forward this time. Kind of clamp onto the floor and then shift your bum back. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Good, release that. Come back up to neutral. Curl your toes under this time. Keep the bolster there if your calves are wicked tight. If not, move the bolster and then shift your body weight back into your heels. So your knees are open wide. You're shifting your body weight back. If your heels touch the floor, great. If not, don't worry about it. It means that you're normal. Breathe for 3. Really focusing on trying to glue the heels down. Okay, if you need support underneath your bum, put it there. Breathe for 2. And 1. Good, come up onto the knees. Take your right foot forward. Top of the left foot is in the ground. You can move the bolster now because we'll use it in a little while, not right now. We're gonna get into the hip flexors. Lunge forward into your left knee. Plant the hands to the right side, right thigh. Lift your heart, draw your shoulder blades together, breathe. And then right hand finds the floor, left arm reaches up and over the left ear. Come back to neutral, extend through your right leg. Keep a soft bend in the knee, okay? So don't lock your knee out. Soft bend in the knee, almost like you're trying to peel your right heel back towards your bum. Lengthen your spine on your inhale. Flatten your back and then lead with your chin on your exhale. So don't round your back. Don't drop your chin. Lead with your chin on your exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. If you can grab onto the ball of your foot, go for it. You'll get a little bit of a calf stretch there. Make sure that you're pressing your foot lightly into your hand as you pull your hand back. One more time, inhale. One more time, exhale. Good, release that, bend through the knee. Lunge forward into the right knee. Like you're trying to draw your left knee into your chest, push the top of your left foot into the ground. Draw your left knee forward. It won't move on the mat, but you'll create a contraction in the left hip flexor, lengthen. And then override that and pull yourself right back into the lunge with your right leg. 2 more times like that. Drive that left knee forward, creating a light contraction in that left hip flexor, and then pull yourself forward back into the lunge. Let's do one more. Drive the left knee forward, and then override that. Pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Plant the hands, right thigh. Again, lift the heart up. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Lengthen. And then right hand goes low, left arm reaches up and over the ear. Bend the elbow, hand behind the head, open up the chest, look up on the left side of your body. Release that, one more hamstring, lengthen the spine, inhale, flat back. Exhale, hinge forward. Good, release that. Draw your right knee next to your left knee, switch sides. Left foot forward this time. Lunge forward into the left knee, passive stretch for the right hip flexor. Pushing the top of the right foot into the ground. Plant the hands on the left thigh, lift the heart, draw the shoulder blades together, lengthen up. And then left hand goes low, right arm reaches up and over the ear. Inhale there. Exhale, release. Extend through your left leg. Remember not to lock out the knee. Keep a light bend in the knee like you're trying to bring your heel back to your bum. So create some activation in the hamstring there. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. We'll do 2 more like that. Inhale, find length, flat back, lead with the chin. Don't round your back. If you can grab the ball of your foot, go for it. Exhale, hinge. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, hinge. Come all the way up. Bend the knee. Get something to balance with if you need it. Lunge forward into your left knee. Push the top of your right foot into the ground like you're driving your right knee up into your chest. Drive it forward. It's going to shift you back to neutral. And then we're going right into the stretch. Override that drive forward and pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Drive forward, right knee. Push the top of your right foot into the ground. Override, pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Let's do one more. Drive forward with that right knee. Override, pull yourself forward back into the lunge. Plant the hands on the left thigh. Press out of it, traction that thigh forward. So grab onto some real estate on there and slide the skin forward as you lift your chest. Look up. And then left hand goes low, right arm reaches up and over. Right hand behind the head. Open up the chest, lay your head back. Good. Release that. You guys are going to come onto your belly. I'm going to stay on my knees. Come onto your belly in a fully prone pose. So fully onto your belly. Okay, so we're going to do some back extension work, some strengthening work for the back. So on your belly, I want you to pull your hands back so they're slightly forward of your shoulders, but in line. So they're not all the way up towards your ears, they're slightly forward towards your shoulders. And then use your back muscles to engage and lift your chest. Inhale there. Exhale, release, and come down. These are called cobra. Do 2 more like that. Slide the hands back a bit. Do not shrug your shoulders. Inhale, find length. Come up. Exhale, release. Come down. One more time. Maybe the hands come back. Drop the shoulders down your back. Draw your shoulder blades together to lift your heart. Inhale. And exhale, come down. Now come up for a full extension, upward facing dog. Extend your elbows. Let your belly drape forward and your hips straight forward. Open up your chest. Look up. Inhale there. And then drive your right hip forward. Look over your left shoulder. And then switch. Look over your right shoulder. One more time. Drive from your hip forward. Look over your left shoulder. And then look over your right shoulder. Excellent work. Come back onto hands and knees. We are going to go into our lat resistance stretch. Find something comfy to sit on. Block, bolster, or your butt, whatever works for you. I always like to have the sit bones raised, but whatever works for you. You could also be up on your knees if this is uncomfortable. Your right arm is going to extend up. So your lat's job is this, bending the elbow towards the knee, like you're doing a pull-up, right? So think about, lengthening and then contracting the lat as you bring the elbow down, all the way down to like the hip rib cage area. Your left hand is going to act like the resistance. Okay, so left hand grabs onto right wrist, lengthen the spine, make sure that you're straight in the spine. And then as you exhale, pull elbow towards the hip. Okay, my left arm is resisting in the other direction. Release, do 2 more like that. Pull down, full range of motion. Don't stop halfway, all the way down to your hip. Boom, release. One more time, pull down, hold there, think about your right lat, engage it, okay, contract it. Now left arm overrides what the right arm did. Left arm pulls back up to an extended position. Your spine stays straight. Good, elbow to the hip. Left arm is resisting, right arm is doing the work. Override that, pull up, extending. This time add a little bit of a side bend to it. You could feel all that connective tissue, hopefully lengthening. If you're doing too much resistance, you're not going to feel it. So don't resist so hard. Let's do one more. Elbow to hip. Hold there. Focus on that right side, right lat. Override, pull up. Extend, side bend, and like you're pressing a wall away from you on the upper left side of your body. Press away. Keep the right sit bone rooted. Lengthen as you inhale. And exhale, release. Good. Roll the shoulders. Now, if you felt your right shoulder contracting, that's good, because if the lat gets long, the shoulder gets short. We're going to stretch the shoulder in a second. Let's do the left side. Left arm up. Your shoulder is your opposing muscle group to your lat, which a lot of people are not aware of. Okay, ready? Right hand's resisting. Left arm's doing the work. Pull down, elbow to hip, all the way down. All the way, all the way, all the way. Good. Release. 2 more like that. Elbow, hip. Get that lat moving. Get it warmed up. Let's do one more. Elbow, hip. Hold there. Focus on your left side. Override. Right arm grabs onto that left wrist, and we pull it back up to the starting position and beyond. Keep your spine straight. Elbow, hip. Contract the left lat. Override, pull up. This time add a little bit of a side bend. One more time, elbow, hip. Override, bring it up. And hinge. Good, release that, roll your shoulders. Good. Cross the right arm over the chest, pull it in with the left, and then drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Just stretching out the mid delt. We're going to do the rear delt in a second. And then release, switch sides, pull in that left arm with the right hand or the right forearm, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Good. Release that. Come up onto your hands and knees. Now, this is going to grab a bunch, put your right knee forward. This is going to grab a bunch of muscles in the rear part of your upper back on the right side, as well as the shoulder. So here's our motion. I'm starting with my right arm across my body. So it's perpendicular to my right thigh. And my motion is this, going from across my body to parallel with my leg. Okay, my left hand acts like the resistance. So put your left hand right across your right wrist. Now, key thing is, do not do a lot of resistance, or you will hurt. You'll feel pain in the shoulder. Okay, so left hand across the right wrist, track that right arm out, and then release and let it come back in. Do 2 more like that. So all you should be doing is feeling a contraction in the right shoulder. You might not know it's happening in the back. It's happening in the back. One more time. Bring it out. Hold there. Now we're just going to reverse the movement. Left arm's going to take over. Left hand's going to take over. It's going to override what the right arm's doing. It's pulling it back to the starting position and then beyond. And you'll notice I'm not twisting my body. I'm not moving my shoulder, nothing. But I'm feeling a stretch through the rear part of my delt, kind of wrapping into the mid delt too. Track out, hold there, override, come back in. Remember, not a lot of resistance. It's good. Do not do a lot of resistance. Let's do one more. Track out, hold there, override, come in. In that in position, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. So you're grabbing rear delt up into the traps, up into the scalenes. That should feel good. Release it and switch sides. Left knee forward. Left elbow on the knee. Bring the hand to the starting position. Right hand across your wrist. Track out. We're just doing contraction right now. Light resistance with that right hand. Release, come back in. 2 more. Track out. Release back in. Last one. Track out and hold. Focus on the left shoulder. Feel the engagement there. Okay, I can even just release my right hand and feel my left shoulder and feel my left shoulder is engaged. Override the left arm. Pull it back in with the right. Pull it beyond the starting position in towards your belly. Track it out. Override, pull in. Track out. Hold there. Override, pull in. Drop your right ear, right shoulder. Pull the left shoulder away. Do not let your left shoulder twist in. For 2 and 1. Release that. Okie doke. We are going to come onto the side for abduction, for hip work, and then we'll be on our back for calves, hammies, glutes, and then low back. Lay on your left side, just so we're the same. Bend the knees 90 degrees, flex your toes. Okay, knees 90 degrees. Right hand acts like the resistance. Your movement is going to be abduction. Okay, so you're moving knee away from knee until it comes in line with your hip. Halfway there does not count. You're not getting full activation of the muscle. So you got to go all the way, full range of motion. Okay, make sure that your knee is higher than your ankle. So none of this action, this is cheating. Okay, like that, all right? Okay, let's do 3 reps. Right hand will lay on that, the low part of your thigh, okay, to act like resistance. Track out. No resistance when you return to the starting position. Apply resistance. Track out. Ooh, you should feel that right outside hip turn on right away. Release it. One more time. Track out and hold. Focus on the right hip, the outside of the right hip, okay? Override what the right leg's doing. Push it back to the starting position. You know the drill. Extend your leg forward. There's my big feet. Grab onto the low part of your right thigh and pull it forward as you pull your right hip back, and then breathe into the space that you're creating there in the outside of your right hip. Bend the knee, track out. Hold there. Override, push down. Extend the leg. Don't let the knees touch. Turn your toes towards the floor. Pull your right hip behind you. Good. Bend the knee. Track out. This time we add a twist. Y'all will twist. I won't twist. Press down with your right hand. Then switch hands. Grab on with your left hand to the outside of the right knee, and then open your right arm to the right and twist open, and then breathe there. Do not stop breathing. Breathe in a twist for 3. Reach with your right hand. Breathe for 2. And breathe for 1. Come back to the starting position. Let your knees touch each other. Grab onto the outside of that right hip with your right heel of your hand and give yourself some love. Massage your glute. Massage your right hip. That's an intense stretch for your glute hip combo. So give it some love. Switch up sides. Knees bent, 90. Lay on your right elbow. Flex the feet. Remember, knee higher than ankle. Apply resistance. Track out. That's 1. Release down. Track out. That's 2. Release down. One more time, and then we go into the resistance stretch. Track out, light resistance, please. Good, override that tracking out, and then press down and extend the leg in front of you. Grab onto the base of your left thigh, pull it forward as you pull the hip back. Bend the knee, track out. Override, push down, extend, turn your toes down towards the floor. You might feel a little modification in your low back. Bend the knee, track out, hold, focus on the left side. This time we add the twist, press down, release, grab on with your right hand, and then twist open to your left. Breathe, 3 breaths there in the twist. So the cool thing about twisting and breathing is that you force your lungs to work in constriction, which is good, okay? So you want to be able to inhale and exhale when you're in a twist. Breathe for 2. And breathe for 1. Lay on your side again, knee to knee, grab on, heel the hand, dig in. Love your butt, love your hips. Get some blood flow in there. Okay. Alrighty. We are coming on to the back. You're going to need your strap because we're going to do hand to foot stuff. And maybe you can have a bolster if you want, but you don't need to if you don't want to. Okay. On your back. Whew. Put the strap on the ball mount of your foot. And you could do this in a seating position too if you want. Sometimes you just need to make sure that your spine is straight. Alrighty? Grab onto the strap with the hands, give light resistance, press up, and engage your calf muscle 5 times for 5, 4, just resist on the way up. 3, 2, 1. Press up and hold. Make sure you're connecting in with your calf muscle on the right leg, and you feel it engage, and then override and pull down. Now look at your foot. Look at the side of your foot, and make sure your heel is higher than your toes. Okay, just by like millimeters is fine, but you can't be like in this position with your toes higher than your heel when you're going into calf extension. Alrighty, press up, hold, override, pull down. I have an awesome calf stretcher, so when you want to get stretched, let me know. This thing is like heaven. 2 more, press up, hold, override, pull down. Last one, press up and hold, override, pull down. Now we're going to internally rotate your foot lightly. Okay, so pull harder on the left strap than the right. Externally rotate your foot. One more either side. Internal rotation. And external rotation. Good. Slide the strap to the arch of your foot now. You'll notice that my left leg is still bent. Okay, the key thing here is to keep your low back on the floor. Well, your whole body on the floor initially, but your low back needs to stay there. Now you're going to change the grip with the strap. So I want you to extend your arms, and you're going to be pulling in the direction over your head. Okay, so not down towards your chest where we were just pulling. Extend your arms and go over your head. Now, as you create this resistance with your arms, what your leg is going to do to activate your hamstring is your leg is going to pull your heel towards your butt all the way down. And it's physically going to lift your body up off the floor. And then you just release and you come back down again and you start at the starting position again. Let's try 3 of those. Pull down, heel to butt. Release back up. Pull down, heel to butt. Release up. One more, pull down, heel to butt. This is just the contractions. We're going into the resistance stretch now. Keep thinking heel to butt, but override it and pull back up to the starting position and over your head, in the direction over your head. Your leg is not going to go over your head. Okay, pull down, heel to butt. It lifts your head up off the ground. Override, bring it back up, over your head. You can bend your elbows there, especially if you run out of space. 2 more. Pull down, heel to butt. Override, bring it back up, over your head. Woo! Last one, heel to butt. Override, pull up over your head. Good. Release that. Hold the strap in your left hand now. Lower your right leg to the floor. Cross midline of your body with your right leg. Do not let the low right side of your back get off the floor. Track to the right, resisting with your left hand. And then override, come back into IT band stretch. Your right foot is slightly pivoted in, so slight pigeon toe there. Just until you feel the stretch in the IT band between your hip and your knee. Track to the right. Override, back to the left. Last one, track to the right. Now, grab on to your right hip flexor. Sorry, that's my very inflexible husband. Grab on to your right hip flexor with your right thumb, okay?
Love you.
Bye, babe. And push your leg down, almost like you're externally rotating, twisting your right upper thigh. So do that first and then cross midline. That's just going to add a little bit more, and you might feel that higher up onto your hip, the ilio part of your iliotibial band. Okay? Good. Release that. Oh. Lay your right leg next to your left leg and just notice if you feel any different. Like my right leg feels like it's 2 feet longer than my left leg. All right, bend the knee. Hopefully Monica's feeling this in the calf. Hopefully this is getting what she needs for the calf. Okay, so put the strap on the ball mount of your foot. I want you to check your foot here first before you start. When you lightly pull back on the ball mount, is your heel higher than your toes? I can't really see everyone, but hopefully, if not, let's see what happens at the end of the stretch. Apply resistance, flex the toes, press up 5 times. 1, 2, like you're doing calf raises in the gym. 3, 4, 5, hold, override, pull down, heel higher than toes. Oh, yummy stretch. Press up, hold, override, pull down. 2 more. Press up, hold, override, pull down. Last one. Press up and hold, override, and pull down. Good. Slide the strap. Oh, sorry. Keep it on the ball mount. Internal rotation. So you're stretching through the peroneal, the outside of your left shin. External rotation of the foot gets a little bit of this area, posterior tap, tibialis. But last week's session, I gave some good circulation stuff for that low part of your leg. So check out last week's October 12th session. Turn in and turn out. All right, strap goes to the arch of the foot. We change the grip with the hands. We're moving in an arc over our head of resistance. It's gonna pull your head up off the ground, bend through the knee, heel to your butt. Release. 2 more, heel down. Release. 1 more, heel down. Hold there, override that, pull up. So my heel keeps wanting to go down. I'm keeping my hamstring active. Okay, guys, you gotta keep it active. Don't just make it like I bend my knee, I unbend my knee. Think about the muscle that you're trying to work with. Override, pull up. Let's do two more like that. Heel down. Override, pull up. Last one, heel down. Override, pull up. Good. IT band, hold the strap in your right hand only. Lower your right leg to the ground, cross midline. Have your foot be slightly pigeon-toed. Track to the left. Override, pull back to the right. Track to the left. Override, pull back to the right. Track to the left, stick your thumb in your hip flexor. Externally rotate your upper thigh. So turning it clockwise and pull back to the right. Good. Release that. Awesome. Come up. Let's come to a wide version of what we call Janu Shirshasana in yoga. So your right heel is going to be in towards your pelvis and your left leg is going to be out. Okay. Now to start with, have your left hand on the inside of your left leg and just slide down your left leg. Keep your right sit bone rooted to the ground and then reach your right arm up and over you. Good. Come back up to neutral. Take your left hand to your right knee. Take a nice deep inhale and then twist to the right. Good. Release that. Now we're going to twist to the left. We're going to lengthen the spine. We're just warming up the QL a little bit and we're going to hinge forward over that left leg. So now you might feel it a little bit more intensely in that right QL, low right side of your back. Come back up, left hand, right knee, lengthen your spine, and then twist to the right. Good, come back up again. Most intense part, right elbow into, I'm like totally brain fogged this morning. Left elbow into your left thigh, press it in there, root down through your right sit bone, and now lengthen over. This is the most intense form of it. Now where you're going to feel it, from the base of your ribs to the top of your hip, of your right hip on the back. Lengthen over. Don't worry about reaching your hand to your foot. I want you to lengthen out of it. Now, if you're feeling it too much on the side and you're not feeling it in your low back, like Jacqueline was saying, she really wants QL, then here you can drop the right shoulder, but you got to keep that right sit bone rooted. And that's just going to grab a little bit more on the back side of your body. Now, conversely, if you want to do a little bit more into the chest, bend your right elbow, take your right hand behind your head and look up. So this is just grabbing all of that kind of tightness between the rib and the hip, wraps it into the low back, wraps it around to the front. Good. Release that. Extend your right leg now. Gonna get a little adductor action. Pull the flesh out from your sits bones. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen your spine. And exhale, hinge. Lengthen your spine. Flat back, just like we did before when we did the hamstring stretch. Hinge. One more, lengthen your spine. And hinge. If y'all can go belly to floor, go for it. I'm nowhere near that, but if you could go for it, go for it. Good, come up. Switch legs. Left heel in. Right leg is out. Right hand on the inside of your right Calf, hinge over, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale there. Root down your left sit bone, exhale, hinge. Lengthen your spine, right hand, left knee. Inhale, look to the left, exhale, twist. Release it. This time we twist the body towards the right thigh, we hinge again. A little bit more intense for the QL. Come back up. Right hand, left knee, lengthen. And twist. Good, most intense stretch for the QL. Right elbow on the inside of the knee. You can also put a block or something underneath there if your elbow doesn't reach the floor. Press into the inside of your thigh. Reach up with your left arm. Inhale. And exhale, hinge. Again, if you need more on your back, drop the left shoulder. You'll feel it a little bit more wrap into the low part of your left back. And then if you need more in your pec, left hand behind the head, open up the chest. Good, back up to neutral. One more time, extend the left leg. Now, this time it's gonna be different. We're not hinging forward. We're gonna grab onto the top of the thigh and you're gonna work on externally rotating your thighs, okay? So grab on and just work down your thigh. So I'm just grabbing onto the top of the quad and I'm like peeling it back, almost like I'm trying to slide my thigh muscle off of my bone to the back, to the rear. And just try that a couple times. You don't have to have your hands turned back. You can have your fingers turned forward, but think about sliding back. This is a great, I'm going to call it massage. This is a great massage to do. It really opens up the groin, okay? And it really gives some love and some blood flow to your thighs, to your quads. All righty. I see that my lovely friend Nina joined us. So we are going to do some neck stretches. So get on a bolster, get on something that you're comfy sitting on, because we know that we have tension in the traps and in the neck. And we haven't done this stretch in a while. So sit up tall. You could sit like I'm sitting. Take a nice deep inhale. Let it sigh out your mouth. Beautiful. Oh, the dogs are there too. I love it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Drop your right shoulder down. If you need more, sweep your right hand behind your back. And then turn your eyes towards your left shoulder. Reach your left arm up over your head. And just the weight of your left hand. I don't want you yanking on your head. Just the weight of your left hand should be enough to get long through this side. Remember, if you're doing too much force, your muscles are just going to contract against you and you're never going to get the release. So just apply enough resistance. Just the weight of your hand should be enough. You don't have to pull. Good. Release that. Circle the head around to the right. Back up to neutral. Drop your right ear, right shoulder. Stay there or sweep your left arm behind your back if you need more. Turn your head towards the right shoulder, so chin towards the shoulder. Reach the arm up. It's behind your left ear. That's where your hand ends up being placed, and just the weight of your arm should be enough. Good. Release that. Chin to chest. Grab on underneath the clavicle. Find your soft tissue there. Push in, pull down. So you're trying to bring your chest to your belly, and then lift your chin the other way. And then open your mouth big and close your low jaw to meet your upper jaw. Couple times. This might feel like a little rippy burny. That's okay because it's pretty shallow fascia. Circle the head around to the left. Head up to neutral. Bring your hands gently behind your head. Interlace them there. Press the head back into the hands to lift up your chin and to flex the muscles in the upper part of your back and the back of your neck. And then override that. Pull down, chin to chest. Pull your shoulders down. So the tendency is I'm going to hike my shoulders. No, we just got long in the traps, so drop them. And then this should feel yummy. Bring your tips of your elbows to meet each other. Release that. Close the eyes. Again, if you are in the mode to give, then you can have your palms face up. If you're in the mode to receive, your palms face down, bring your thumb and your index finger together. In yoga, we call this a mudra, a seal. Jhana mudra is this mudra. And it's a great way of building, like bringing awareness, because you could feel the tactile connection of your index finger and your thumb. So you're not just kind of like drifting off into like never, never land, right? So take a nice deep inhale. We're going to be closing out with some breaths of intention and then breaths of release, or exhales of release. So as you inhale, I want you to think of a beautiful color that is filling up your body. It could be your favorite color. It could just be the color that popped into your mind. Whatever it is, as you breathe that in, have it fill up your body. And then as you breathe out, any dark color, something darker, not that dark colors are bad, but a darker color that you're feeling a release. 4 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Remember to go all the way into your belly. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2, inhale. Exhale. Last one, deep, 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 deep inhale. And exhale. Draw the hands to the heart center. And just take a moment and set an intention for yourself. Maybe it's something you just want to accomplish in the next hour. Maybe it's something for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the month, the year, whatever it is. Just tell yourself something. I want to blank. Maybe I want to smile more. Maybe I want to say good morning to somebody that I don't know. Maybe I want to notice something beautiful on my walk today or driving to work or whatever it is. Set an intention. And then breathe into that intention. Deep, 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 deep. Inhale. We're going to hold it at the top. Stick the tongue out. Let out any tension you have left. Thumbs come to the forehead. Remind yourself, good thoughts, happy thoughts, kind thoughts, thoughts that wish well to you and to others, right? Your thoughts create your actions. So think positive. And then bring them to your lips. Speak positives, because your words manifest what you're going to do. So speak positive. And then finally, your heart. Thank yourself. You're like awesome. So thank yourself for that. For dedicating time and energy, for getting up early, for doing restorative stuff that lengthens you and strengthens you and hopefully makes you feel good. Blink the eyes open. From my heart to yours, happy Monday. Chai chai, hari om. Let me know any feedback. You can unmute yourself. I don't know if you can unmute yourself. I don't know if Jacqueline has to unmute you or not. Hi, Nina.
Awesome class. Thank you.
My pleasure. Good to see you.